Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2, gang, y'all. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. Like, share, subscribe, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. Man, that chunk was crazy, man. This lady just said out her mouth, her boo-boo was Bootsy. I'm like, I had to catch myself because I almost said, bleh. That's what I wanted to do, man. But you know what, though, man? Everybody got their preference. Everybody know who they want to deal with, man. You can't tell nobody nothing these days, man. So I said, man, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. She was like, but people mad, though. People mad, though. I'm like, what? She was like, people mad because they say when he was at this compound that he used to be messing with this guy that used to be up there and this and that, this and that. But, you know, he said he ain't with that no more. So I believe him. Like, he about to go home soon. See, I ain't even know that. But she just started coming out with everything. Like, I guess she needed somebody that was neutral ear to vent to, man. You know, I was on the top tier standing there looking like a freaking lonely puppy in the face. And she come through with this madness that she's talking about. She talk about this guy was going to stop. Talk about this guy was done shake, rattling, and rolling, man, because he about to go home, man. Man, I promise you, man, I was this close from telling this lady, man, once a shake, rattler, and roller, always a shake, rattler, and roller, y'all, so boom. But again, I kept a steady face, and I didn't let out that emotion. It was no need for me to let that lady know the count. Now, I already know the count. He's not going to stop shake, rattling, and rolling, man. I think this guy volunteered to come over to San Francisco while I was there. I think he volunteered that for a reason. Like I say, just because he wasn't in the cell when it was already rumored that that's what he did. So she talked to me for a little bit more, man. You know, I just stayed to be the friend because I said maybe this will pay off in the future. I don't know. You know what I mean? Because I just felt like I'll outlast these maniacs anyway. You know what I mean? So she dipped off. She did her round. She went through the top 10, 62 part, and she was done. You know what I mean? I ain't see her no more, man. So like. After a few days that went by, man, I started kind of watching closely, man. I started seeing that the dude Bootsy was really locked in. He was really locked in, man. He was locked in to the point, man, where this lady would bring him food. She definitely was bringing him little cigarettes here and there. You could tell he didn't have a hustling mindset because he never told her to bring nothing crazy. You know what I mean? He didn't get no phone. He didn't get none of that I knew about, you know what I mean? But he definitely was getting the poo-poo. He definitely was getting that, man. That was definitely on deck. And she was willing to give that to that guy, man. You know what I mean? Like, it was so crazy because the dude from Eastern Shores had talked to me, man. And he was just like, man, that day that everybody was hitting, he was like, she was going to let him hit. And he said he asked her, can he hit the next day if she can bring him a condom? He said, man, she looked at him like he was crazy, man. He said, man, guess what she said, bro? I said, what? He said, she said she don't believe in condoms. I said, man, get out of here, man. I said, man, you lying, man. He said, man, she said she don't believe in condoms, bro. I said, man, that was we weren't even saying diabolical back then, but that was diabolical, y'all. So bull. This lady said she ain't believe in condoms in prison. Shh. Hey, man, listen, man. Y'all be thinking I'm joking about this, man. Some of these ladies be nuts. But this is the word of how she's carrying it, man. And I believe it, man, because she got booed up with a shake, rattler, and roller, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting here thinking that I could probably book the lady after bro got transferred. But after his roommate left, she went on to the next roommate, man. I didn't get it, man. I didn't get it. But, you know, I had to move on with my life. Man. But at the same time, though, man, like, you know, I would be lying to y'all if I told y'all that, like, man, I wish I was in bro's shoes. You know what I mean? Because if I was in bro's shoes, like, of course, I'll be knocking her toboggan loose, but I'll be getting that packety too. She be bringing that la in here, man. Y'all already know the count, but like, you know, I gotta let them handle it, man. When you go to a place like Lawrenceville, you will see that there'll be several dudes that you'll run across that's not business minded, not hustle skilled, none of that. But they'll be the ones that end up getting the ladies. It's weird, and I know that don't sound right, but that's just how I be in there. You know what I mean? So he continued on messing with her for a minute, man. You know what I mean? Everything was going good. Like I say, he never overdid it. He never asked her to bring her a bunch of tobacco. He never had tobacco for sale, but he would have cigarettes. You know what I mean? So however you want to put that, that's how he had it. You know what I mean? He would have a little tobacco here and there. He wouldn't have like the pack. of the tobacco. You know what I mean? So I guess he was content with getting that tobacco and, you know what I mean, hitting her in that closet with no condom game. That's what I'm thinking. So he messing with her for a while. She holding him down. She bringing stuff, everything going smooth. Now, when they started messing with each other, it was like, I guess he told her that she couldn't really mess with nobody else, which I feel like he's supposed to have done. You know what I mean? I really think he has supposed to done that, man. Like, yo, like, you know what? You need to shut it down. No more getting trains ran on you. Ain't none of that. You got to shut it down. But, you know, to a whole bunch of horny inmates that's in other pods and, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, they really ain't trying to hear that. They thinking she on the same type of time that she's supposed to be on. You know what I mean? And that's trying to chase. And a lot of dudes kept carrying her like that, man. Like, she was to the point where if she was standing in the right position, man, like dudes would be down on her crazy. And I can remember coming back from Child one day, y'all, and I come in the building and she posted up like by the ice machine. The ice machine is like by the honor pod that's in the middle. Like, you know, the building is like this. When you come into the building, you walk straight back, and then to your left is the one pods. To the middle, it's the two pods, which is the honor pod I be telling y'all about, the big joint. To the right is the three pod. You know what I mean? So in this building, I was in 61. So it's 61, 2, and 3. So the ice machine is by the 2 a little bit. So it's like by the 2, a little bit by the 3. So she posted up by the joint by the 2. So dudes is coming back from Child. They got all the doors open. She's standing by the door, but she got her butt poked out. I promise you, dudes in 62 pod is walking by her saying, excuse me, and hitting her with the, excuse me, excuse me. They rubbing against her booty, y'all. So boom, I walk in and see the joint. I'm like, I was ready to walk in 62 pod. I was like, she like this. Every time somebody do it, she looking all stupid in the face. Dudes rubbing her booty, grabbing her booty, all type of stuff, man. So I guess the word that got back to bro, you know what I mean? I guess the word that got back to Bootsy. And I don't know if he felt some type of way about that, but like he kind of just, you know, like I guess he screamed on her. You know what I mean? I ain't catch that. Dudes that came back and told me that he screamed on her. He got loud with her out in the hallway. I heard it was about dudes was touching her, and I already saw what dudes was doing. You know what I mean? So like, I think it was somebody in the 62 pod that kind of like snapped on him, like, yo, bro, listen, bro, you need to tighten up, bro. Like, for real, bro, you mess with them boys, bro. You ain't got no say so on that, for real, bro. You need to let her be. Because a lot of people didn't really believe that was him. You know what I mean? Now, if you was in our pod, you knew that was him. You know what I mean? Like, the dudes in our pod knew that. But like a lot of people outside our pod didn't believe that was him. You know what I mean? So that's why they did what they did. So, like, he had got kind of like a lot of bad slap off, screaming on the lady. You supposed to be a shake, rattle, and roller and all this other stuff, man. Like, dudes ain't really want to deal with him. Now, he used to be talking to the lady, and I done seen stuff like this. He'll be talking to the lady, and the boys that was in the pod, they'll walk by him and like he say something. And I'm, because you know I'm on the top tier. I can see this from afar. I have seen the two boys walking laps. These two boys is in there. They walking laps. He's standing at the brick wall talking to the lady. Every now and then the lady will dip off and go check the hallway, make sure nobody in the hallway like she's doing her job, and she'll come back to the brick wall. So when the lady was doing that, Ms. S, the boys walking laps. The boys will walk by and look at him and be like, and one boy walked by, was like, he whistled at him like, y'all remember the old school joke? Somebody would have done that to me in prison. I'd have ripped his hand off, y'all. So boom. Be whistling at me, man. They'll whistle at this guy and everything because they already knew the count. Like, yeah, he liked both. But he said it, though. Bro said he liked both parties. You know what I mean? He was trying to have the best of both worlds, man, like Jay-Z and R. Kelly. He said he liked them both. You know what I mean? So, like, that's why they was flirting with him like that in front of the lady. You know what I mean? And he'll just, like, laugh it off like it ain't nothing. You know what I mean? He'll do stuff like that. So, I ain't even gonna hold y'all, man. They have brought this one boy in the block. You know what I mean? Now, this one dude they brought in the block, like, I guess when he got on the I think he was already on the compound for not long. And I think the boys pulled a string for him to get over into the block, because when he got over there, he instantly embraced all the other boys. So when he came over to our joint, he ran up and started kicking it with the other boys. Now, this boy was kind of like a short dude. You know what I mean? He was a regular looking guy, but you could tell he was super gay. You know what I mean? He was a younger guy too. So like, it was like he moved over there to kick it with the other joints. So when he came over there, soon as he got over there, it looked like all his attention went straight to the dude Bootsy. Now, I ain't even gonna hold y'all. The word that got back that he was shake, rattle, and roll it, I never seen him shake, rattle, and roll. You know what I mean? I never seen him deny it or straighten nobody about that rumor either. So that's how I knew it was true. But I never seen him doing nothing in the block. that I can recall. You know what I mean? But when they moved this little freaking fake Stephon or Kale in the face looking dude over in the block, man, I promise you, man, Bootsy went bananas, y'all. So boom, it was a good time for him to go bananas because the shift that the lady, Miss S, would work, she would work the evening shift. But she will be off sometimes 3 days and then she'll come back on and work like that. So it was like their schedule was funny, but they'll be off for days sometimes, 2-3 days or something like that. So this is around the time she was off when bro started, you know what I mean? Like he was getting back into his rare form. So I knew he was back into his rare form when I seen him walking around the block, you know what I mean? Like with the boy and they was talking, but he got his CL20s on like this. He got one ear game. The boy got his earbuds, which he had the splitter to his CD player. The splitter is like this little box where it's 2 prongs that you can put your headphones in, but the box has this little piece that you'll plug into where the headphones go at, which that's for the headphones, but you can put two headphones in the joint. So he walking around with the CD player. The boy, he got his headphones like this. The boy got his earbuds in, one of them, the other joint hanging, and they walking around the pod talking. So I'm looking at him like, I look across the joint, I'm like, because I'm looking, what's going on here? I look over at Tony. I look over at bro from Eastern Shores across on the other side because he's standing on his part, he's standing by his door over there. I look over like, he look at me, he was like, and he didn't start walking over there, but he kind of laughing as he walking. So when he get around to my cell, he just keeps shaking. I was like, yo, what's up with dude, man? I said, what he back in real form, man? Bro from Eastern Shore said, man, he can't control himself. He can't control himself. I said, he's a psycho, y'all. So boom. I'm like, we kind of need him out the way, though, for real, man, because right now he's in the way. So let's get him out the way for everybody else can get right. You know what I mean? So this the second day that Miss S been gone. The second day Miss S was gone, I don't see what I ain't even seen him like that in the pod. The boy moved in like to the back of the bottom tier, all the way behind the steps and all of that. So one day I seen him coming from back there. I didn't know he was coming from out the cell, but when he came from out the joint, he go out the hallway. Man, this man go out in the hallway, man. He go out in the hallway, hollering at the unit manager. I don't know what he was hollering at the unit manager about. The dude that was in the cell with the boy, I don't really think he wanted to move. Like, dudes be so undercover in that junk, man. They end up striking a situation like a boy. They'll want to stay in the cell, y'all, so boom. But in the meantime, man, a dude like the nigga Bootsy, he can't control himself, man. So right now, I don't know what he doing, but he went out in the hallway. So he come back. When he come back out in the hallway, first thing he said to the boy, he was like, yo, he said it's good. He said it's good. He did like this to the boy. He said it's good. So the boy dipped back in the cell. When he dipped back in the cell, the dude that was in the cell with him, the tall dude, come out. He's standing in front of the door. He like, I mean, I didn't even agree, but I'm gonna do it for you. He told the boy that I ain't even agree, but I'm gonna do it for you though. I'm gonna do it for you just because it's you. I'm saying in my head, yeah, I bet you gonna do it for him, man. You want to stay in the room game, y'all. So boom, trying to play it off, man. So they do a swap. Man. Everybody's looking at this like, the guys like me are looking at that like really though, like bro just did a 1 and 2 like that. He just switched up. You know what I mean? Bro from Eastern Shores was right. He can't control himself, man. But what are you gonna say when Miss S come back is the question. You know what I mean? I promise y'all, man, this man moved in the cell with the boy that fast. Because it boils down to this. When a boy be moving down there, a boy be trying to find availability. Who he gonna go in the room with? And for real, bro was one of the shake, rattle, and rollers that wasn't in the room with none. So it was his turn, basically, man. And he stepped up to the plate and he did what he wanted to do. And he did what he already know he'd like to do. And that's being a shake, rattle, and roller. So now that Miss S is about to come back, I'm trying to figure out how he's gonna play this off. But I'm trying to like basically like, yo, even if Miss S ain't feeling this, like the only thing Miss S can do for me is bring that pack. Because I would never put my rack in her sack, y'all. So boom. I was trying to rap right there, man. But that's a fact though, man. Like I would never want to have sex with her. And I'm being honest, man. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just being honest, man. So like basically, I didn't care what happened after this, man. All I know is I'm just witnessing a dude that can't control himself because you was in a situation where you had a woman. You had the real thing, but you wanted to have sex with a man, Buddha. So boom. It's tripping, man. You know what I mean? But niggas make their own decisions. I can't do nothing about this shit. But the nigga Bootsy though, man, like you run across dudes like him though, y'all. Like it's sad to say, man, it's a lot of dudes that come home from prison like that, man. You know what I mean? That want the best of both worlds, like Jay-Z and R. Kelly, man. Like, of course, when they come home, they ain't gonna let nobody know that they was getting the best of both worlds, man. Like, they definitely don't have their secret on the low until they expose, man. Usually dudes get exposed. You know what I mean? It's always somebody that know that you was shake, rattle, and rolling, man. And like, for real, man, like Bootsy was gonna get his day. You know what I mean? But I don't think he cared because he already told people he was bisexual, man. I'm so glad that I ducked that lady though, y'all, because this was just a lot going on. But my nose ass was still waiting for her to come back to work to see how this was gonna go, man. So she came back to work. When she came back to work, everything was normal. You know what I mean? Bro ain't go to breakfast. She did her round. Everybody was watching this shit. I promise you. Everybody was watching. So she didn't come in our pod during breakfast. When we came back from breakfast, that's when she got to come make sure all the doors are locked for they can, you know what I mean, secure the box, and we come back out later. You know what I mean? I promise y'all, everybody on the door watching. I can't see. You know what I mean? But she doing her rounds. So I see bro from Eastern Shores, his view, he can see her go to bro door. Bro door is under my joint. So I can't see her go under. I can see if she was across, but the dude from Eastern Shores can see. So I see him watching. He on the door. So like, I get a little, he like, I'm looking. She go to the joint, I guess. When she go to the joint, I don't know what she saw. But when she was leaving, I see her. I read her lips. She like, I can't believe this. I can't believe this shit. I can't believe that shit. And she left out the door, y'all. So boom. Empire wreck. She was in that joint. Immediately when it was time to have Empire wreck. So everybody come out. I look. I seen bro coming out. I come down the steps immediately. I get down the steps. I see him. He walk over there and start trying to talk to her. You know what I mean? He walk over there and start trying to talk to her. You know what I mean? He's saying something to her. She just like, nah, I ain't trying to hear that, man. I ain't trying to hear that, man. You know what I mean? He basically giving her the truth, I guess. That's what it looked like to me, that he was telling the lady the truth. She was sitting there, she was listening, but I don't know if she cared or if she was hurt or what. I don't know. All I know is it was a dude that I used to go to school with that was from the same city as the dude Bootsy. And he's looking at all of this like he can capitalize because he was another dude that was like, yo, I'm going to see you. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't never getting bro way, but he's seen how things transpiring as far as she's finding out that he had a boy in the cell now. You know what I mean? She's finding out that the dude she chose can't control his damn self. So he's looking like he can control this shit. So he go up and start talking to bro after the lady had left. He started talking to Bootsy. You know what I mean? Bootsy basically telling the nigga, nah, nigga, da-da-da-da. Like, nah, they ain't doing that to her. Nah, she look out for me because she fuck with me, da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? So goddamn dude was like, well, look though, man, why don't you get the fuck out the way there and let somebody else holler at her? You know what I mean? So like when he said that to Bootsy was like, get out the way for what? He was like, cuz, thinking you fucking with the boy, ain't you? Dude say you fucking with the boy. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Get out the way, nigga. Bootsy was like, man, look, I can fuck with the boy. I can fuck like this. To hear a nigga talk like this, that shit that fucked me up, y'all. That nigga said, I can fuck with the boy or I can fuck with some pussy. It don't matter, nigga. It's my dick, nigga. The fuck you worry about where I put my dick at, nigga? The part got quiet in that motherfucker. That shit was like, that shit was crickets, man. Nigga dude was like, you getting pussy, nigga. You was getting pussy before you was gay, right? So Bootsy straight, he said, you was getting pussy before you was gay, right? You was getting pussy before you was gay, right? Yeah, I bet, nigga. Yeah, nigga, you turned gay, locked up, nigga. You had pussy right here in your hands, nigga, and you can't even fucking stop controlling your motherfucking self fucking with them boys. Bootsy was like, man, listen, whoever I'm putting my dick in, ain't got nothing to do with you. Don't worry about mine. Don't worry about mine. That's niggas' problems now. Niggas be hating. He went to the cell like he wants some beef. You know what I mean? So dude looking at him. The boy like going to cell. The boy telling him to go in the cell. So dude looking at him. He looked at his homeboy. Like, he walked down that joint. I'm like, oh shit. He walked down that joint. He's like, yo, who you talking to? Fuck you talking to, man? You better remember who the fuck you talking to. Bootsy was like, nah, nigga, you worried about who the fuck I'm putting. As soon as he said that dick word again, because he was throwing that shit around loosely, pause. He was like, nah, nigga, nigga, you out here worried about who I'm putting my dick. Dude stole his ass. When he stole that nigga Bootsy said, he just ran that nigga on some maniac shit, y'all. Some boom. Dude was like, dude ducked that shit. Bootsy throwing some rain bombs on him. That's what shit's called. Rain bombs. That's what they look like. He was like, He was blacking out. I was like, what the fuck? Dude duck. Dude blocking the shit. He hitting him. Dude come up, push that nigga in his cell. Man, he pushed Bootsy in his goddamn cell, man. He pushed him in the cell. He get in the cell with him, man. That's my word, man. Dude went in that bitch and walked the dogs with that nigga Bootsy ass. My word, he beating the shit out of Bootsy. Bootsy got down fighting the nigga. I ain't even gonna lie, but he's losing. He's losing, man. I'm looking at this shit. I just left away from that motherfucking shit. I ain't even want to watch no more, man. I promise you. The boy was looking at that shit, man. My word, the boy jumped in the jank. Man, I promise you, man, the boy jumped in the jank, man. They was in that bitch trying to bank dude. Like, Bootsy had that maniac script. Like, he was fighting, but like, he just, like, it wasn't affecting him. That dude was beating his ass. He was definitely getting his ass whooping. Man, the boy jumped in. It was like that shit gave him another breath. That nigga just start beating dude ass. They just start banking the dude. So it's two niggas, even though dude gay. You know what I mean? Dude is this man, Buddha. They had that bitch banking dude. So dude getting banked. His homeboy, he see the shit, oh boy, what, man, y'all niggas, he went in that bitch. Man, my word, man, his homeboy choke slammed the boy. I swear to God, I ain't see that, but the nigga had told me. Man, he said the nigga lift the boy up like this by his throat, man, dumped the nigga, boom. Say he dumped him. He said when he dumped the boy, he knocked the wind out the nigga. The nigga was done. He said they jumped on Bootsy ass. They started beating Bootsy ass, man. So they beat the shit out Bootsy. They beat the shit out Bootsy. Dip. Them niggas get away with this shit and everything, man. They leave Bootsy and that bitch fucked up. The boy fucked up. Both of them fucked up. You know what I mean? Both of them fucked up, man. I promise you, man. So goddamn, niggas ain't know what the fuck was gonna happen. Niggas was like, police about to come in this bitch. Nigga, look up. Miss S coming through from the top tier. So she doing around. She do the top tier. She come by my cell. She walked by me. I look this way. I ain't had no more kicking. She looked at me. I was like, I start looking that damn way. My word, she passed us. She go back past us. She go down the steps. She start from the beginning part of the tier before she got to get the bro joint. She start walking. She said, "Oh my God, Mr. Man, Bootsy, what happened to you? What happened to you?" The boy said, "Get the fuck away from my man, bitch. The fuck is wrong with you? That's my man, bitch." I was like, "Oh my God, it's my word." Miss S was like, she just ran. She just took off like everything traumatized her. Fucking seeing that nigga fucked up and the boy screaming on him. That's dip off. She dipped. She went straight back to the damn front slider. She get out the joint. Next thing you know, she in the top in the booth with the lady. So I guess she telling the lady. Next thing you know, police coming in that motherfucker deep as a bitch. They coming out pod. Word, they coming that motherfucker, man. Got down, revived them motherfuckers, got them motherfuckers back to life. Didn't even lock us down. This is how bootleg Lawrence video is. Didn't even fucking lock us down. Revived them niggas, man. Took both of them niggas out, man. Got down. They said the boy back had got fucked up when he got choke slammed. Bootsy, I got fucked up bad, you know what I mean? But the lady, Miss S, saved him, man, you know what I mean? But goddamn, like, after they had left, like, they was done. We thought they was gonna bring them back to the block, because we have seen that when it come to them boys. Them boys got special powers like a goddamn X-Man. So we thought they was bringing them back to the block, but they didn't. You know what I mean? They came back later that night, about midnight, packed their shit. You know what I mean? Niggas was jive like, damn, they packed their shit up. You know what I mean? Them niggas ended up getting out the hole. They went to the hole, but they got out the hole and they got sent to 80 building. Now, everybody was saying, why the fuck did they go to the hole for getting their ass whooped? Like, I guess they went to the hole because they didn't want to be in that block no more. You know what I mean? So the process of getting back together, starting over, is going to the hole. So when they got out the hole, man, bro was back to being who he was, man. You know what I mean? The nigga ain't want the pussy for real, man. Like, he wanted to mess with the dude. And he couldn't control his damn self, man. So, like, that was a story of a guy. He definitely couldn't control himself, y'all. And that's the end of the damn story, though. Man, I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Y'all already know the count, man. Stay y'all ass out the way, man. Your peoples need you out here, man. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. Turn this video up for me, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. But be safe out there, y'all. And stay y'all ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments. Get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes.